Oh my gosh, we are so back. Okay, we are literally, we're not going to do the whole like it's been ages. Like we're going to skip that bit where I say how long it's been since I last shot something or since I last uploaded, and we're going to ignore that, okay? You know, grace is for the grace. Yeah, anyway. So, um, but you know what I will say is that life has literally just been life. Like honestly, when I say like I can't even begin to get into everything, and I think you'll probably see in my next few videos as well just how much stuff is, I will say, not even that stuff has been going on, if anything a lack thereof, but because of that, what that has led me to start wanting to do. But anyway, just we're just gonna literally just try have a quick life update because like I said, stuff's been happening, stuff's also not been happening the way I want it to, and we're gonna get into that. So recently, I think the most recent thing is probably my most recent holiday, I guess, if you want to call it, staycation. Went down to Bognor Regis for for a couple of days, for a week actually, for 6 nights. We had to come back a day early, unfortunately, because Pop's working. But it was great. Yeah, it was so nice to get away, and honestly, like I really wish we could do that more often. I think we, as a family, we used to go away very often. Like, years ago, we'd get away like, several times in a year. Oh, my watch. Yeah, we'd get away several times in a year, and it would just be great. Now we only go away once a year. Again, as a family, me and my sister, we have traveled together elsewhere, but as a whole family, like we only get away like once a year, and that because of that, I feel like they only take a break from working once a year. So yeah, but anyway, like that's the point. So we went down to Bognor just to stay in one of those, caravans. I don't know if you know, it's called Haven. Like they have like this whole like a whole caravan park of luxury caravans, and when I say luxury, I actually mean that they are actually like they're not the little ones that you can drag with the back of your car. Like they're not those ones. Trust me, they are actually. Yeah, and I will. Although I didn't actually do a tour of the one we had this year because there was quite a few issues we had with the one we stayed in this year. I will probably likely somewhere just insert the shots I got maybe from the one we had 2 years ago, which was a very, very nice one. So now, getting on to the good stuff. I don't really want to say it's like a story time per se, but yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't the best experience we have been having going to this particular company as well. But no, but it just wasn't the great experience in terms of hospitality. The view was nice. The actual like getaway, like I said, the actual concept of getting away in the holiday and taking a break, that was all nice. Like once we got settled in, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, there was just so many issues. Like what even happened? It wasn't cleaned properly when we got in. There was literally like dirt and hair in the showers when we got in. And that same shower even ended up flooding the next day when one of us tried to take a shower. There was power cuts. One, I think like the toaster ended up tripping off the power, and we were out of hot water for like a good couple hours. It wasn't really that great. Like honestly, we've been going there for many years now, and we haven't usually had issues with them, but like this one I think has to probably be like one of the worst experiences we've had to date. So yeah, I'm not gonna go on and on about that. Like I said, I'll probably just like insert a few bits here and there, shots of what we'd got up to. Speaking of what I got up to over there as well, I did actually experiment a little bit with some of the footage and capabilities of the camera I'm using to film this, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and as well as my new phone, the Samsung Galaxy S24. Gang gang, will always be an Android babe. Maybe one day I'll make the jump to iPhone. But I took videos and I did more comparison shots, and yeah, I think they looked pretty good. So I'm just really seeing what the real capabilities of that is. I only think that I kind of wish I'd just given it a bit more thought and actually was like, well, actually, let me also do vlog style videos so that I can, overlay it with this. To be honest, this whole like breakdown right now really should have been recorded like when we was over there so that you could, see the background of the caravan and it would just be more, suited to that. But it's fine. We move. That's why this video is not just going to be just about the particular holiday. It will also be about everything else. Anyway, moving on. So speaking of all like, the camera, the photography and all the stuff that I was basically trying to do, this moves me on to my next point. And again, I'll probably speak a bit more on this in my next video I'm planning to upload. But I'm thinking of creating, I will either do it on this page since I already have this page and literally nothing's been uploaded on here anyway. But I was thinking because I did want this page to stay more as lifestyle, would I want to create a new page to specifically act as my portfolio for my videography, my film, and all of that. I really want to try new avenues and ways of trying to get into the film industry, and with how much I have been struggling to do so, I kind of just felt that this might actually be another good angle to do it, a way I can market myself for free, just online, putting myself out there. Like I said, I like to yap anyway. I like to talk to the camera, so it's not like I'd be doing anything different. So yeah, I was thinking if I should do it as a separate page or on the same page, so I don't know. But speaking of this page, again, skipping over the fact that I really have not been consistent, I definitely think I will be posting a little bit more, lifestyle, if you will, more makeup, hair care, travel, that sort of stuff. But because I don't do any of those things consistently on a day-to-day anyway, I find my reluctance to want to post that as my main stuff. I find that's why I struggle to be consistent, because I don't really want to post that as my main stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I do like to post it. Like, I like to post what I have done when I do something I think is worth recording. So, for example, I say the Crete vlog, that should have been up by now. We are still working on it. It will be coming, although that was back in May now. So, we are still working on it. But, when I went on holiday to Crete for my 25th, like, that is a very good example of content that I would like to, just post on a whim. Wimbledon, I didn't actually do a vlog this time, so yeah, no party for that. But I did shoot more stuff for Instagram on that, if you will, which also didn't get uploaded. And what else? I don't know, just a plethora of stuff. Just, it's kind of miscellaneous, random stuff. I don't know if I have the strength to even film myself doing my hair. Like, my hair already takes so much time and effort and energy to do without the concept of having to set up the camera to try and so yeah, I'm really just trying to figure everything out. I'm trying to figure out where I want this to go. And I know the only video that's currently up on this channel is literally me saying exactly that. But because I have said to myself I want to be serious, I'm doing this more of like as you were like a what's the word? I don't want to say accountability check. Like, yeah, like, people always say like, oh, don't talk about stuff before you do it, just do it. But I do like to talk about it, because then I'm held accountable. When people start asking about the thing you're supposed to do, then they're like, then you actually kind of feel like you have to do it. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's just basically everything that's going on with me. I think I will also likely do, like, this is literally just a touch base. Literally, this is a video that I'm gonna drop because it requires minimal editing. Like, that's it. So I'm gonna do more stuff. I'll do like, thoughts on being, 25, and, quarter life crisis vibes, like all that good stuff. Literally freelancing as a filmmaker. So yeah, this is all content that I'm going to do my best to get out alongside, my actual thing, which is filmmaking. So yeah. Um, I think that's pretty much it. According to yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I did make notes for this video because I was just like, I don't want to come on here and just start rambling for 20 minutes and then have to literally, edit it down into a 3-minute video from 20 minutes of like that. Just that stuff like that gives me a headache. This is why the Crete vlog is taking so long. Okay, have mercy on me. I had to go through 4 hours of footage. It's painful. It is painful. Anyway, if you did make it this far, basically this was probably more of a rant than anything else. But yeah, if you didn't make it this far, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, literally hang tight. More content's coming, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.